Well, I believe in good vibrations is what creates a beautiful nation. All you need is the will to do right, do right, do right.
And we're live. Welcome to another episode of Anecdotally-Cuomo is getting off easy, pun intended. I am your host, Jay Fry, and with me, as always, how's it going, Sean?
Yeah, it's going. Another wonderful Monday in the land of the upside down.
Mm-hmm. I would bitch more about them not making it to the 9 o'clock meeting, but since no one else is here, they clearly didn't make it either. So we apparently, I just now got the notification. Thanks, 2 minutes late. So any little side things to talk about, or anything happen?
Things? Not really. I mean, nothing personal anyway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what I was thinking? We'll talk about this with Cuomo, but get on that Biden's assistant health minister, whatever the fuck.
Oh,
She
yeah,
would also be caught up in something like this.
that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give them the names.
That was the. That was what Carrie always meant when he was in the in the bed scene in Princess Bride when he was insulting the prince. It's, dear God, what is that thing?
Yes, you'll take my ears. False! You'll keep your ear. You know, I fucking love that movie. But whole reason I like Carrie Elliott is just that and Men in Tights. He's great in that too.
Yes, he is. He's a very likable guy, even when he's coming after Ted Cruz.
Yeah, like the worst person in that movie was the comedian. Not that Dave Chappelle's like the greatest actor; he does good in other things, but he was like the least convincing thing of any of them.
I think that was intentional.
All right, that's giving him way too much credit. Not like they were not like Kevin Costner, his Robin Hood, where he's like, you know what, not going to use an English accent. This Robin Hood apparently is American.
Yeah, apparently Robin Hood is from Chicago.
But not like that kind of convincing, but like in the sphere of like what was happening, he was not, and of course didn't have the accent. Which is Little John had the accent, and that was fake as fuck. Like, good lord, that guy's like accent was decent. I don't know where he was supposed to be from with that dialect, but at least it was consistently bad. But I miss Mel Brooks movies. New Mel Brooks movies. All we have left is Adam Sandler, and he sucks.
I don't know. Adam Sandler's hit or miss. He makes a lot of intentional bombs just to write off him and his friends' vacations, but sometimes he'll crank out a gem.
Oh, I liked both Grown Ups.
I liked You Don't Mess with the Zohan. I mean, and it's not meant to be a good movie. It's not meant to be a good movie, terrible. But it's still terrible. Funny.
Hey, what do you guys think of? I hit this Iraqi terrorist in the balls, but with my balls. Like, no, Zohan, pass. Um, what? I watched the behind the scenes of Tucker and Dale versus Evil, and the entire premise started with the guy. What if we had a scene of sawing through a log, and bees came out? That was one scene, and the other scene is the jumping into the wood chipper. That was the premise of the entire movie at the beginning of it, and they just went from there.
Movies,
Because both the guys.
I said some movies and some bad movies have been made off of much less of a premise. I'm thinking of Yoga Hosers.
Oh God, that movie literally just creeps me out.
It's a little weird, yeah.
They're like, you're the director, and that's a shot on your daughter's ass. Easy there, Dario Argento. He casts his daughter in movies where she has nude scenes.
Okay.
Well, there's the opposite too. Like Action Jackson came from talking on the set while
It was on Predator, wasn't it?
Yep, from Predator. And they got Billy. They got actual Billy. I can't think of his name. What was Bill Duke's character name?
Oh hell, if I remember.
All right, well then Bill Dukes and Sonny Ladham. I don't know. I don't know what his character's name was. Probably Griggs or something. But I fucking love that movie.
It's a good movie.
The only way it could have been better, and I like I can't think of his name. Coach, I can't think of his name.
The guy who was in Poltergeist?
Craig T. Nelson.
Craig T.
Craig T.
Nelson,
Nelson. That was Ryan Reynolds. Thank you. Yeah, Poltergeist. No, that was Amityville. Never mind. He is if they would have cast Al Bundy. Ed O'Neill.
Mm-hmm.
Ed O'Neill is like a third-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay.
He's actually trained in martial arts like most of his growing up life. He doesn't look like it because he is the personification of dad bod, but a very trained martial artist. That would have been way more interesting for the crowd than because at the time, literally, like they each had one movie under their belt. Hadn't starred in their big. It wasn't Married with Children. Wasn't active. Coach wasn't there yet. They were relatively unknown baddies.
Man, and Poltergeist too.
Yeah, and Al was in Dutch. So
Dutch came after Married with Children.
Did?
Yeah.
All right. What am I thinking of?
Yeah, Ed O'Neill was in like theater in like Philadelphia or some off Broadway sort of thing when somebody scouted him for Married with Children. And I don't understand why. Oh, Craig T. Nelson was an actor in the late 70s.
Well, yeah, they both came up from theater.
Yeah.
Which, again, if you recall, means they're not shitbags.
Right. No, they know what it is to struggle. Hone their craft a little bit and just aren't a pretty face.
I don't think Ed O'Neill's ever been called that.
Speaking of not pretty faces,
Where the hell is Garrett?
he's not coming tonight.
What are we gonna go with? We gotta start bashing on Cuomo.
Yes, let's start bashing on Cuomo.
Hold on, I had to Google that frickin' movie I was thinking of. Did you know Ed O'Neill was in Dragnet, a TV show playing Joe Friday?
What?
2003 to 2004.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, I was going to say, I know it had to be post Tom Hanks, Dan Aykroyd.
Who the hell was Smith then? Ethan Embry? The rest of the class is multicultural as fuck. All right, one more. Hold on, give me a second. Wayne's World 2, Wayne's World, Dutch. The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, that's right.
Oh yeah, he was in that.
Yeah.
That movie does not hold up.
Do the dishes.
Zuzu pedals.
What the heck was Hunter, Miami Vice, Breaker, The Equalizer, Spencer for Hire, Right to Die, Police Story, Gladiator School. I could have sworn I had seen him in something. Anyway, what were we talking about? Ugly people?
Yeah, like Andrew Cuomo.
Oh, ugly like Andrew Cuomo. For those of you who aren't following the story, fuck that guy. Steven says replace no homo with no Cuomo. Trying to give a synopsis of the wonder that is the Me Too attack against this lovable tyke who didn't do nothing.
Yeah, so it's a mercy killing, basically. It's a mercy me tooing, so that he can be removed from office. Because if he were just to resign, it would be seen as guilt and he would be prosecuted for the murders. But if they eject him from office for a sexual scandal, that shame, quote unquote, is much easier to overcome and much less than, killing 10,000 people.
They were already old.
Oh, and that doesn't even cover the cover-up part, which is another 8,000, I believe. So, yeah.
And I believe the chick who did the cover-up is the first accuser, too.
Oh, that's mighty convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a contrived mercy killing, is what this is. And it's interesting to me that it's much more salacious and much more newsworthy than killing thousands of people that he laid an unwanted smacker on a chick's lips.
Elderly people in a nursing home, which makes them mostly Trump supporters, so no one cares. That's literally what they're saying.
Pretty much.
But you also have to kill the old off if you want to implement a statewide
estate tax.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, yeah, but no. I was thinking of public option for healthcare.
For healthcare. Well, Romney didn't kill off the old people in Massachusetts when he did it.
Yeah, and they went into fucking debt.
Well, because it's a fucking bad idea. I mean, you got to just lay that out there in front and say, yeah, well, when you execute a bad idea, you should be expecting bad results.
Yeah, but what is Massachusetts famous for? They had a port. What else do they got?
A couple of colleges, some good hospitals.
Couple of colleges. Fuck those colleges. No, seriously, fuck those colleges. But no, I meant for financial. Like New York City, mega hub. Michigan isn't like hugely known for its money, but Michigan brings in the money. Michigan is a high quality of standard living because of they make all the cars.
The execs still live in Michigan, so yes. I mean, the factories aren't there anymore, but yes, the execs and GM corporate brass are all still there.
Well, the headquarters, yeah. But there still are a bunch of car plants. I used to work for one. There's the Motor City still employs a vast number of people in Michigan. So you had Cuomo killing off the elderly in New York. You had Whitmer killing off the elderly in Michigan. Who else did we have? We had Washington State. I don't know. What are they? Starbucks? What are they fucking? Where's their money coming from?
I don't know, but I mean, I don't know that Washington implemented the same thing, but the first place that got hit in America was a senior living facility in the state of Washington.
Yeah, well, first covered anyway.
Yeah, well, they got hit real hard and lost like 75% of their residents or something like that. Some insanely high number. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So.
Yeah, Mike says this is the weakest political sex scandal in history. Bear in mind, it's a kiss, so it is physical contact.
No, it is sexual assault. Yeah, that's sexual assault.
No, sexual assault is it's assault. Sexual assault is after they decline your advance. As is any form of harassment is after a no is produced, basically.
All right.
So it's an assault of a sexual nature, but it's not sexual assault until it is deemed unwanted. Like it has to be labeled as unwanted. First one's free.
Knowingly unwanted.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Louis C.K. lost millions. Once, well, he asked. This is how stupid it is. He asked a girl if she wanted to watch him masturbate. She said no. That's one accusation. A separate accusation is he asked a girl if she wanted to go back to his trailer and watch him masturbate, and she said yes. Those two things are the opposites of each other, yet they both counted, as well as him masturbating on a phone call. You call me, you're interrupting what I'm doing. That's your fault. And then there's another accusation somewhere in there, and then the final accusation is two girls showed up to his dressing room, and he asked them if they wanted to see him masturbate, and they laughed it off, and he masturbated. So I forget what the other one was.
Yeah, did he have a lock? Did he Matt Lauer them and lock them in?
Yeah. I made the suggestion in my inbox or in the suggestion box to create Matt Lauer-esque locks for security reasons. And because I didn't sign it, the PR comes to me and she goes, "I know you did this." I'm like, yeah. Can you prove it? Yes.
No, the best way out of that one is to laugh and say, "Damn, I wish I had thought of that. That's good," and then let her figure out who it actually is.
Oh no, she knew it was me. Like I instantly went into my office and I burned like the 3 torn out pages of the notebook so she couldn't match them up. But I think that was a very good idea. Active shooters and whatnot. So that was that accusation. What's it? All right, Aziz Ansari, is that the guy or was it the other guy?
Well, Aziz Ansari just had a bad date. I mean, that was literally
Not
all it
really.
was.
He got 2 blowjobs.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then she changed her mind after.
It's a pretty good date.
Well, for
I mean,
him.
He forced the issue, but she picked the wrong path. Like, no also works. Like, you said no to vaginal sex, but you're gonna blow him. Like, did he mouth hump you? No, you blew him. That was your problem there. The pen is pink, but the ink is black. Thank you. Bold, 10 point, or point 10. No, 1.0 point, because the fine is 0.08. Yeah, it's a black pen.
Steven says smart celebrities pay escorts for discretion. Yeah. Charlie Sheen says it best. I'm not paying them for their services. I'm paying for them to go away.
I like Donald Trump's better. It was, I'm not paying them, they're paying me. Because Stormy Daniels owes me $370,000. Because she picked a brilliant attorney, who I'm pretty sure is currently in prison.
Still in prison, yes. Well, until Joe Biden pardons him.
Oh yeah, he's getting off. He's getting the. Let's end that. Even though you tried to blackmail Nike. Yeah, you know it. So, there's 2 known accusations, and then we just had the third one come out today. One was a kiss. One was sexual questions of a sexual nature.
Well, let's see. He kissed. This might be the same girl, but he kissed one on the mouth. It was unwanted, and then made allusions to playing strip poker. I think that was the same chick. And then the other chick was like, he made some sort of offhanded comments about how she looked like the younger, better-looking sister of his ex-girlfriend.
Ew.
Some other lewdish,
ew.
some sort of other lewdish comment that may not be appropriate, but is far from criminal. But yeah, I mean, he's just surprise, surprise. The legacy son of a former governor is a entitled douchebag. Gee, go fucking figure.
Mario's sons Anthony and Christopher and Andrew ain't doing too well. Fuck that guy. What a creepy fucking statement. A hotter version of me. You look just like my mom, but hotter. We should bang. Steven doubled up on the ends and Avenatti. Will end up back in prison for trying to blackmail another giant. Yeah, that's a fucking idiot.
And
not
his cheerleaders were thinking that he was going to be the president this year. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
2 years ago, 3 years ago, they thought that guy was going to be in Biden's position today.
Just not a bright fellow, which is it's just proof. Intelligence and education, 2 separate and distinct things.
Yeah, they don't always correlate.
Like, you should have known you were in the wrong. You studied law. Where did you study law? Massachusetts.
Well, he's a glorified ambulance chaser his entire career anyway.
He was an ambulance chaser, not an ambulance catcher.
Yeah.
But just fucking give me a break.
Don't you bring Nell
my
into
favorite
this.
of. Jesus, that was old.
Well,
we're gonna have to explain that to Steven when he asks him. My favorite Me Too accusation or admittal was from Richard Dreyfuss. He read about a woman who accused him of doing something really shitty back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And Richard Dreyfuss goes, "Oh, I don't remember this, but I was doing a lot of coke and was a complete shitbag from 78 to 89. So I deeply and sincerely apologize if I did this to you and anybody else that I might have done it to, because there is no way you were the only one." And I'm like, yeah, fair enough. All right.
Yeah, that's about as legitimate as an apology as you can make in those situations. You're like, yeah, I was a dirtbag. I'm a reformed dirtbag. My apologies. And sure.
There's just so much coke. I don't know if you've seen American Graffiti, but since then, goddamn. Okay. Like, just, like, holy crap, Richard Dreyfuss. Like, I love you in movies. You tried to kill Bill Murray, which is nice. But
what about
shitbag?
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking love that movie.
You're calling my "Give Me a Break" reference fucking old.
I'm gonna have to look that kid up afterwards. The kid, just to see how old he is now.
That's Joey Lawrence.
No, the other one, the one who dove in the water.
Oh, and what about Bob?
Yeah. Now, Jerry Lawrence is like, what, 46, 48?
I think he's my age, yeah.
Yeah, so old as shit. The other kid, he was younger than me, so he's got to be like at least 36, if not closer to 40. Stephen asked you all follow the current Marilyn Manson stuff? The Me Too stuff?
No.
So, all I really know is that he called Lana Del Rey Lasagna Del Rey because she was getting fat. I don't know how that's Me Tooing, but fair fuck enough. So he came out as a Democrat, and all's forgiven. No, he needs to come out as gay for that kind of stuff. Lasagna Del Rey, that's fucking hilarious. Like, that's just douchebaggery. That's not Me Tooing. Come on now. What else? Is there anything else, Steven? Or you can talk about it in the off hours chat to catch up if there's anything else. Who else was Me Too'd that was any good? Technically, Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein.
Well, they tried it against, well, a firm defenses and stonewalling has been put up against Tara Reid and the Joe Biden accusations. Which is interesting because I heard this morning that Hillary Clinton came out in defense of the women accusing Cuomo, which I think is rich as fuck, considering Juanita Broderick.
You silenced so many people.
Marla, who was the other one? Not Marla Maples. Marla Maples.
Marla. What? Who was Marla? No, that was Trump's wife.
Yeah. After Ivana.
Something Flowers.
Jennifer Flowers.
Jennifer, yeah, that's it. And then of course Monica Lewinsky and no, Ken Starr was a prosecutor. There might have been a Maples in there somewhere. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 quality ones that accused him of outright like rape and detrimental sexual assault, whereas Monica Lewinsky was a willing participant in blowing him. So what? Who cares?
She was a young dummy, and he was the president.
Yep.
Who else? Me Too. Yeah, you don't care.
Well, Al Franken.
Well, I wouldn't have done what he did, but I totally would feel up somebody wearing a bulletproof vest.
I was gonna say, what are you feeling, really? A plate.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that would be funny. I just don't think while asleep it would be funny.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
You pull that when they're awake because it's like not sexual at all. Wearing a
yeah.
plate.
Well, that with her vest, yeah, it was level 3 plus. It was like there was a plate and there was
Yeah. It's
anti sprawling.
yeah.
Uh,
It was literally the modern equivalent of a full metal breastplate.
mhm. Yeah, but what do I know? I once humped my boss at a Christmas party, so like the boss of everybody's bosses. He was like vice president of the entire company, and he got a humping. So, what do I know? Oddly, I was fired from that job. I don't know why.
Oddly.
No, I actually do know why. It had nothing to do with that. It was like 7 months later I got fired, but it was no, I was a static call guy. I was like 17. He only hired me because I was his son's friend, and I needed a job. He's like,
Yeah.
you can do phone calls. I'm like, hey, phone calls suck. Cold calling people about their windows, shitty job. But I paid like 10 an hour plus bonuses.
That's not bad, especially back then.
Yeah. Yeah. For like 80, 90. I said 90. 97, 96, 97. Speaking of being 17, I watched a behind the scenes of Cyborg 2 starring 17-year-old Angelina Jolie with Elijah Coates and Jack Palance. She was upset at the finale of the movie, or she watched it at the premiere, and she was upset with the quality of the movie. And I was like, "Bitch, you are 17. You got to work with a very talented character actor who also was Casey fucking Jones, and Jack fucking, my God, you are an arrogant little shit." And a lot of your movies are way overhyped, and you get paid way too much money.
I can't say I've really enjoyed any of her movies.
I liked Wanted. Hackers is a good movie.
Is it though?
Yes. I was a hacker though, so at the time it was great. Well, hacker is a strong word for literally typing /finance behind any URL and getting into its behind the scenes stuff. Like 80, god damn it, 90, 96, 97 war was not a hard year. No, she was 17. It wouldn't have been her tits, but she wouldn't have been against it.
She's no Phoebe Cates.
Yeah. Jennifer Connelly. Sadly, Alyssa Milano.
Yeah, but did they bare their breasts underage? Because Phoebe Cates did.
Was she?
Yeah, she was 17.
Oh, she get parental commission or something?
She
How
did.
that work?
That's why it's even fucking grosser.
God, that's so gross. I don't remember a nude scene in Salt. Brooke Shields, then, if we're going that route.
Yeah, that's true too.
Oh, god damn, that's...
I never thought Brooke Shields was all that good looking. At least not as an adult. She was good looking in the Blue Lagoon. Don't get me wrong, but that's creepy and gross as an adult now.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a kid at the time, so I could get away with it. Now I can look back and be like, no.
Yeah.
But when she came back and did that TV show, what was it, Suddenly Susan or whatever it was on NBC?
Yeah, I'm like, do something with your eyebrows, like
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah, like you're like a 7. So what's everybody on about? So
Oh, um, Cindy Crawford's daughter. Uh,
Her mini
fucking
me.
good luck, girl. Good, good lord, you are a beautiful child.
She's literally her mother's spitting image.
Just so much. Like, Dad, do you have any contribution whatsoever? Oh, that was your contribution? Not contributing? Thank you. I appreciate it. What is she? She's got to be in her 50s. And she looked great in that Taylor Swift video.
Cindy Crawford. She might even be 60. Hang on, let me look her up. Nope, she's 55.
Yeah. So, yeah. Look good.
Just
Then
turned
again,
55.
so did Jessica. So did Jessica Alba. Mariska Hargitay isn't doing great. But I didn't realize how pretty she was.
Who?
Mariska Hargitay.
Can be, yeah.
Until I saw her in Lake Placid. Very small role. Right at the beginning. What's her name? Bridget Fonda's boyfriend? Anyway, she works at the Museum of Animalry, and she's stooping the boss, and the boss is stooping somebody else, and because it got awkward, he sends her out to investigate the Lake Placid incident. And Mariska Hargitay is a side piece, and she looks great, long hair, and very nice. So, quit cutting your hair short. No. Also, I myself am a hideous individual, so don't take anything I have to say personally. No, Steven. Any nudity in Raiders, Tomb Raiders, was not Angelina Jolie, because them titties were fake as fuck. He's just listening to titty movies, and I'm like, I'm sorry, no. Hackers, Angelina Jolie's boobies. Tomb Raider, not Angelina Jolie's boobies. Because she had a cup to fill, and it did not runneth over. We got off on a weird tangent.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I watched Blair Witch. Don't remember Blair Witch. I mean, I kind of like remember the premise, but I couldn't like point to anything. So I watched the Blair Witch recently. I hate found footage films.
I hate shaky cam.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna change I hate found footage films to I hate shaky cam. Handheld, not my thing, except Hardcore Henry does it absolutely right. Because it's all stabilized, even though it's a lot of action and it's like virtual roller coaster ride, but it's still done right. I hate those type of found footage. Basically, is shaky cam, and I can't stand it. I watched it again, and I forgot how good that fucking stupid movie was.
Yeah, it is well put together. I just
From a purely horror standpoint and
Yeah.
almost entirely unscripted,
yeah.
in like a actual word sort of way. Like there were like notes left in the canisters each night about like directing, kind of giving guidance, but no more than in almost any scene. Like a director giving motivation or calling the shots. Even less so than that. It was mostly hands off, but no comedy, no jump scares, a strictly horror movie that was an incredible slow burn.
Yep.
Now, if it was a structured movie, it would have sucked. but the way it was put together in the found footage way, and with the advertisements for it, which is a big deal. It could be, it can really hurt or help the movie. For instance, The Village is a mildly entertaining film. It'll get you through the day, but the advertisements for it completely ruin your preconceptions, and it's a shit movie. If you've just watched the trailer and then you watch the movie, it's completely different than what you would thought it would be. Now, the twist ending is shit, but without any context of what the movie is, it's a decent movie. Steven says, I was just telling Sean good Angelina Jolie movies. Not the titty ones, though. I can name her titty films, too. Worst gay ever. Gia? Really? You think Gia is a good movie? And you didn't even include Hackers, you dick? What else did I like? I technically liked Mr. and Mrs. Smith, even though that was hot garbage. But I like Angelina Jolie and I like Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt was Brad Pitt in that movie. I also like the Ocean movies, but Brad Pitt was Brad Pitt in all those movies too. What else we got? There's
Can we talk about Joe's senior moment?
Sometimes we could only talk about them, and it would still take up all the time. But yeah, sure. If you wanna get into it, boss, you go ahead and lead this one. You tell me about Joe's
I don't know.
senior moment.
Did you see it? Did you see him where he just lost his place and had a very confused old man look on his face and like, what am I doing? I'm gonna get lost here. I am lost here.
Oh, that part of it.
Yeah.
I saw a clip on I think it was Facebook or something. Right around that time, but not that particular time. There was no futzing with the word eager, but he left a podium and just kind of stumbled around, like going to a couple of different individuals before he was sent back to the podium to pick up his mask.
He had part of that speech before he stumbled off and was talking to people without a mask. He was quoted as saying, "For God's sakes, wear a mask," and then proceeded to
Makes it even worse.
Yeah, stumble off and to talk to people without a mask. Yeah, at this point, I mean, I don't like the guy. I've never liked the guy, but I kind of do feel sorry for him, and that this is elder abuse.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's not even his fault.
Nope, it's not.
Like, we're all aware of how shitty he is as a person. That's besides this point.
Yeah, what they are doing to him should be fucking criminal.
So I was watching TikTok, and a girl, not even a woman, 18, 19 tops, so technically adult, said if you did a Venn diagram of people who don't wear masks and people who don't put their carts back, it would be a circle. Like,
I am.
Do you understand what a
living proof that is a lie?
Yeah, like I don't wear a mask, and I put the cart back, but I don't technically take the cart out. I have this super awesome giant freaking carabiner with a foam handle, and I throw all of my grocery bags onto that, and I don't take the cart out of the store. But I'm like, there's people with kids who don't want to leave kids in their car unattended. There's dozens of reasons. Like, you are so freaking close-minded that I know you voted for Joe Biden. Like, there's societal decency, and then there's sheepness. These are two separate and distinct. They're absolutely have nothing in common with each other. Because the selfishness of somebody not putting a card away in no way is a comparison to the selfishness of not wearing a mask. Like, comparisons are not your strong suit.
I bet you if you follow that chick around for a while, you're going to find she doesn't put her cards back.
Mm-hmm.
Or she'll consider putting 2 wheels up in the planter, putting it back.
No, she's young enough that she's living at home and not grocery shopping by herself.
That too.
But it was infuriating. Like, this isn't even a straw man because you have no structure. Like, that's not even what a Venn diagram is.
Yeah, you're just setting the bale on fire.
Yeah, and that's what other people were saying is, they'd be offended if they knew what a Venn diagram was. Like, that's not an accurate comparison of a Venn diagram.
Somebody learned something that day in sociology or statistics and had to show it off.
That's accurate as fuck. No. Speaking of Predator, remember when Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers, did the midair arm wrestle?
Yes.
That's a Venn diagram. When the meme is both of them having a common agreement and 2 of them having separate things that they agree upon. That's a Venn. Not putting a card back together and not wearing a mask. There's no agreement there. Those are separate things.
It's literally just an overlap of 2 separate groups, like where they overlap. Yeah. And they're separate on purpose. That's the whole point of the Venn part of the diagram. He's like, if you take this characteristic and the whole totality of that people with that characteristic and a whole nother characteristic and all the people with that, there will be some overlap. And when you compare the 2, that overlap is the Venn part of the diagram.
Yeah. Now, also to add to that would be selfishness or gullibility or stuck in your own ass. But yeah, there's other people who don't do those things for other different reasons that you don't look down upon. Like, it was basically, tell me you hate Donald Trump without telling me you hate Donald Trump. And I guarantee you, conservatives that like Donald Trump put their cards back.
Mm-hmm. It is the one true measure of how you can live in a society without governance. There is no benefit for you to put the card back. There's no personal gain for you to do so. There is only loss, and yet you do it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't, but yeah. Well, I technically do, but I don't. I don't take the card out of the store.
But do you wheel it back to the cart area, or do you just leave it there?
Of the store? Yeah. I bag everything up back right in front of the cart.
Right.
And, yeah, okay. I'm not putting it in a cart stall, though.
Right. Well, I mean...
Waiting for that list of titties, Stephen.
They did not have cart stalls when I was a kid, so Mom took us shopping so that she would have somebody to run the cart back. That was your job as a kid, is to run it back into the store, not into the cart corral, because there weren't such things. You ran it back to the store.
I was probably 28 by the time I had bought the same amount of gas for myself as I had for my parents. like given a 20 and thrown into a store to buy gasoline on the pump with my dad at it.
Back when there was a different price between cash and credit at the gas station?
No. This is mid '80s, so there was no credit at the gas station yet. It was either cash or check at that time.
Yeah, millennials don't know what it's like to float a check.
You can't float a check anymore.
Nope.
They're instantly cashed, like at the register.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to get new checks. My bank account is like 6 years old since I moved here, and this will be my first time getting new checks, and I don't actually know how to go about it.
You probably need to go into the bank.
Well, actually, I got a checkbook right here. I can make a phone call, go to a website, or go to a different website.
I've literally been at a bank where there has been 6 people in line for the ATM and 3 tellers sitting there doing nothing.
Well, personally, I have my bank account information memorized. That took a while. My grandma gives us little trinkets and stuff. They're so small that she wraps them in the boxes you receive your checks in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure my entire life I've gotten the same check box every time. She collects it. She's like, I need this for next year. And I'm sure there's like a room in her house that has a box just full of check boxes. Also, every time I'm there, I use the bathroom spray in her house because it's from 1974.
Oh, so it's got the good ozone killing stuff in it.
Not a speck of dust on this thing, but it's nearly 50 years old. I'm like, does no one spray deodorant after they poop? Like, I got an aunt that could come in after me. She once gave me a Deep Woods off to use. I'd gotten a job working security at the Detroit Riverfront, and I was like, how about $20 for gas and for I gotta buy some bug spray? And she's like, here's $10 and some bug spray. And I'm like, thank you. Bleached my shirt in the sun that day. It was from 1989. I'm pretty sure it contained DEET.
I probably did.
like Jesus Christ, Grandma! Like, you ruined this shirt. It's a good thing this job's over, because now I have to buy another shirt if I ever want to do security at the riverfront again. Yeah, just a box of boxes all the way down. Yeah. Like what are they called? What are those Russian dolls?
Russian nesting dolls.
Yeah, isn't there a name for them though?
There is. There's a Russian name for them, but it eludes me at the time.
Like Anecdotally-Cuomo. Anyway, yeah, just a friggin' box of Russian nesting dolls. Not a Russian nothing. Box of boxes with boxes inside the boxes. Washington. I remember liking Amanda Pete.
Matryoshka.
Matryoshka dolls?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Liking Amanda Pete, and then I saw her topless in the whole 9 yards, and I was disappointed. Not disappointed. Halle Berry boobs. Worth the wait.
Yeah, definitely worth the wait. That woman is hot.
To be clear, that was Swordfish, not Monsters. Monsters Ball?
Monsters Ball.
Yeah. Not hot Monsters Ball.
Still hot in Monsters Ball. Just
super cute in Bulworth, by the way. do, you, do you remember Bulworth?
no.
It was Halle Berry being like a assistant to Joe Biden, played by damn it, what's Ned Beatty's brother's name? Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty.
And at one point he's in a black church.
Arguably the more famous Beatty.
Dude, don't give me that shit. I liked him in like one movie, and it was Dick Tracy.
It was a good movie.
But
I haven't seen that in forever. I should watch that one again.
Oh god, it's so good. Even Madonna's decent.
Yes, even Madonna. They made Madonna decent in a movie, so you know it's good.
Yeah. No, actually. Well, I mean, yes, but no. It took 3 days to shoot that one scene because of lighting. So day one, lighting was horribly wrong, and she was naked. Day two, it was Hugh Jackman's reactions to it, and then finally the clouds broke on day three, and they got a decent shot of it. And by that time, she just wanted it to be over with and didn't give a shit about any of the nudity, which she argues was better for it. So she made $3 million to act in that movie and $500,000 to show her titties. Money well spent.
Agreed.
Money, well spent. I like boobies in movies, and I find it sad when a guy questions boobies in movies.
So, were the Oscars last night, or the Golden Globes, or something? Was that yesterday?
Were they? I don't even have TV.
I guess. Well, I mean, last year it was Ricky Gervais just slaughtering everybody in Hollywood, which was fantastic.
Hurting Tom Hanks' feelings. Go you, Ricky.
Yep, go for it. Just beautiful. And the Epstein joke was clutch.
Oh, why I missed it, apparently.
Yeah, well, he was... I don't remember the context, but he made an Epstein didn't kill himself joke, and they all groaned. And he's like, hey, he was your friend, not mine.
Oh!
It was pretty clutch. But I guess, yeah, so it must have been the Golden Globes, and it was last night, because I guess Tina Fey and...
Amy Poehler?
Amy Poehler were doing
yeah,
it. They had something. They made some sort of snide comment. How about there wasn't enough diversity? And you're like, okay, just this is everything that's wrong, and why nobody watches this bullshit anymore. But that got me thinking about award shows, and when Seth MacFarlane hosted the Oscars, and he did that 5-minute song about "We Saw Your Boobs," just roasting everybody in the audience there that they saw that took their shirt off for the movie industry.
That's stupid. I mean, like, Amanda Peet had bad boobies, but Holly Combs has bad boobies. But for the most part, beautiful women with beautiful boobs. Small, perky, perm. Not a lot of saggy, unless you're Queen Latifah in whatever the fucking movie she took her top off in. Stop that. They're generally not something looked down upon. Thank you. Now, my current girlfriend has a lovely set of boobies. Do I want other people to see them? No. But she's not in that industry. But there's been people who've been at concerts and gone streaking that I have both cheered on and shamed. And not afraid to admit that.
Well, I mean, if you go back to the Fappening, as Matt and Blonde so graciously reminded us Leslie Jones has got topless pics out there.
Does she? Huh, I wonder. No.
Yeah, no thanks. Go ahead and give that one a miss.
Mm-hmm. Uh, Pam Anderson. Pam Anderson had great boobs.
Pam
I don't know
Anderson
why.
was so beautiful before all the goddamn surgeries.
Yeah.
She really was. She was stunningly beautiful in her natural form, and then Hollywood got their hooks into her and made her a fucking monster.
Fucking Canadians, though. I don't know what it is. That's why they're so polite. Catch more Canadian girls with honey than you do vinegar.
Well, there's a reason I watch Letterkenny, so.
But that one girl, please. Okay, maybe. Well, a little bit.
There's 4 or 5.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't get past like season 3.
The both of the
there
French
was just the sister.
Yeah, well, the sister's hot. Both the French Canadian chicks are hot. They have a gal who's in the background in a lot of them that is also smoking hot. Yeah, there's nothing but good-looking Canadian chicks in that show, except for the bartender, who was very Leslie Jones-esque if she lost. If she was on crack. Leslie Jones on crack is the bartender from Letterkenny.
Good old Leslie Jones on crack. Now I have to frickin' Google Pamela Greer.
Yeah, Pam Grier had a nice rack.
I don't. Last time I saw her, she was a Transformer. You might want to look again because what I'm seeing is first and third place at a wet t-shirt contest. They look like the after of Tara Reid boobs. Yeah, they are not remotely similar. Okay, these might be the most changingest boobs I've ever seen. They're like different in every shot. That's so weird. I enjoy a B cup and a C cup, so I will not. Well, this is more like a C cup and a D cup. But what the fuck? That's so weird. Even the nipples are different. Yeah, I explains why I didn't see them earlier. she's posing with one boob out in different things, and like depending apparently on how much they paid is depending on which boob she got. But most tits are different sizes, but like Jennifer Connelly probably has one of the more matching sets. Or Alexandria Daddario is another good one for equality. Quality of tit, not equality of outcome. What gets me is when it's a boob job and they're not the same size.
Yeah, when you got a bad surgeon.
Yeah. Like, all right, one should have gotten like 35 more cc's. And you didn't bother to do the math on that. That's disappointing. What'd you talk about on your podcast last night? Titties.
Which is funny because you're the guy who says that the talk about titties lasts for about 2 seconds.
Well, okay. What do you like about titties?
They're fantastic.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Now you talk about the broad spectrum of titties, you can get away with 5 fucking minutes, but not 4 hours. Wait, you ever try to talk about titties? Yeah, they're wonderful. That's the story. Now, if you go through and you rate everybody's titties, I guess you can get 10 minutes out of that, but otherwise, you're out of luck with a conversation about titties. You like the big ones? Yes. You like small ones? Yes. Full ones? Yeah. Flat? Yeah. Bananas, pears, flapjacks.
Yep.
Take them.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Even babies love boobies. Never quite get over it. So, anybody who, if they remember their childhood movie crush, you wanna check out with Steven if they pose naked or anything, so you can get a hold of that video.
He's our own Mr. Skin.
Yeah. Steven Suarez, Celebrity Flesh. Thank you. All right, now I gotta look up Rachel McAdams. Rachel. 1A, 1D. Oh, she's a cutie. Wasn't she like the astronaut's farmer or daughter or something like that? Oh, they're itty bitty, but they have itty bitty nipples. My brother had a third nipple.
That was more information than I ever needed to know.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't anywhere near his other 2 nipples, though. It was like over on his rib cage, and it was just a dot. But one day the doctor, he's like, "Is this mole anything?" The doctor was like, "That is, I believe that's a third nipple." So he got mocked relentlessly for that.
You just call him Scaramanga.
Nope, I didn't know that reference at the time, so what the hell? But I will be right back. You talk amongst yourselves.
Well, yay, because that works out so well on these things. I will say this, I don't know if he's listening or not, but Blonde is just wrong about, who was the chick that she was bashing that had weird boobs, that totally has beautiful boobs? Steven, help me out here. Oh, what is her name? Damn it. She did the ads for that game, Art of War or something like that. Stupid pay-to-win game. What the hell is her name? Yeah. He just said he didn't know the reference at the time, but that would have been hilarious if they bought him a golden gun for Christmas. No, not Christina Hendricks Maynard. It was the other one. The one. What the hell's her name? Not Abby Shapiro. Abby Shapiro's just got ginormous cans. Problem is, she looks like Ben. The hell's her name? Damn it. No, it was Clash of Clans. That was the thing she did. What was her name? What is this chick's name? Kate Upton. There we go. It's Kate Upton. Blonde was saying that Kate Upton's boobs were weird. She doesn't have weird boobs at all. She's got weird hips. That's her problem. Her boobs are fantastic. And she's right about Christina Hendricks. They are a little bit too big, but she's got a bigger frame, so it still works for Christina Hendricks. Good looking gal. So what else we got? Besides talking about boobs, what's you guys' take on Cuomo? Speaking of nipples, Captain Nipple Ring himself, Cuomo. Do you guys agree that it's a mercy me tooing so that he can get away with murder for realsies? And what about Joe Biden's elder abuse? Dear God, are we fucked? And when will they 25th him? Because that's going to be coming soon. Do you think he makes it to his 100 days? Help me out here, lads. Well, any hot chicks from your era as a punching bag? Mine was Anna Nicole Smith. Kind of the samesies. I mean, she was around for a while. She was a guest model back in the 80s when I was in high school, so she was hot then and just stayed James Mansfield levels of hot until she married an old fart and then died.
Good Lord. She was a beauty.
Was she, though? I mean, how much of it was plastic fantastic and how much of it was natural beauty?
Don't care.
See, I do. I like a gal who looks good sans being churched up.
She looked good with makeup and without makeup. Surgery is completely different. But yeah, I've seen a couple of girls who were solid 8s who tried to go to 9 and ended up doing so much they became 7s. If you can look up old pictures of Nicolette Sheridan, she was very close to an 8. Got a boob job. Became very close to a 9. Got a lip job. And came very close to Howard the Duck.
Yeah, lip jobs very rarely ever are beneficial. And poor Jennifer Grey.
Arguably looking better, getting no attention for it.
Yeah. Like, yeah, she looks
I'm
better
sorry,
now, but
you did that right.
Nobody recognizes her.
Yeah. Hey, weren't you Ferris Bueller's sister in that movie? Yeah, I was also Baby from Dirty Goddamn Dancing, which is arguably a much larger role. You piece of shit.
I disagree.
You don't think Baby was a larger role?
It was a larger role, but she gets more notoriety for playing Ferris's sister.
I was gonna say those are two different topics.
Yeah. She's more famous for Ferris Bueller, despite Baby being a bigger role.
I don't know about that.
I do.
Let's see. Was she on Desperate Housewives? Is that DH?
I read it as designated hitter, so
Well, I was giving Steven the benefit of Steven doubt.
right. I still couldn't put that in gay terms. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I was like, if I liked penis in my butt, what would DH mean? So I went with Desperate Housewives.
Another show I have not watched a lick of. What's Laura Flynn Boyle up to these days? Ah! Oof. Bad surgeries.
No? Yeah. I noticed that she was looking good in Men in Black, but then
Yeah, speaking of bad lip jobs, Laura Flynn Boyle, poster child for bad lip jobs. What are you doing, dog? Getting into shit he's not supposed to.
all right. How do I find out which is a bigger movie?
Box office, maybe? Because they're both cult classics, but they're cult classics in different ways.
Okay, yeah, I'll do IMDb then. I mean, that doesn't really count because, and if it's box office, then your favorite movie's a piece of shit.
Yes. But that's not how I judge things. But I mean, if you want to talk about being a bigger movie, I'm not saying that the best movie ever made is a big movie. It's not. It's a small movie, but it's the best movie ever made.
Dirty Dancing comes before Ferris Bueller. I don't remember any nudity in Dirty Dancing. I remember some questionable dancing, though. All right, it won 1 Oscar, another 10 wins, and 6 nominations.
Okay,
I'm not seeing box office numbers.
There's a picture I don't need to have ever seen. Good Lord. Laura Flynn Boyle's feet. She's got goddamn flippers.
Fantastic. It was nominated for 1 Golden Globe and 1 other award. Oh, sex and nudity is mild. I was like, I don't remember any nudity in that either. Dirty Dancing box office numbers. $170 million worldwide. Ferris. Bueller's Day Off box office numbers. 70.1 million. Beat him by $100 million. Oh, this is interesting. It's 5.8 million. What's the budget? What's Dirty Dancing's budget? What the shit?
Dirty Dancing also wasn't a John Hughes movie.
Worldwide's 230 million, 65, 150 international. How is that the box office numbers? That 170 million. What's Dirty Dancing's budget? 6 million.
Best Patrick Swayze movie, while you're thinking.
Oh man, gonna go with Roadhouse.
I'm gonna go with Point Break.
Oh, good point. Have you seen Next to Kin?
I have not.
It's pretty good.
Any girl in the audience, if there was such a thing, and Margie doesn't seem to be around, would probably say Ghost.
Ghost was good. Oh,
Margie shows up and blows my mind by saying Roadhouse.
Yeah, he agrees with me.
Wow. Go Margie.
My second isn't even Point Break. My second would be Red Dawn.
Yeah.
Then Point Break. Probably then The Outsiders.
Yeah, Outsiders would be up there too. I don't know. I just can't get over Pain Don't Hurt in Roadhouse. I have to turn it off at that point.
No, I would say the same thing in front of Kelly. Damn it, Steven! Help me here. Kelly Lynch. But it does have Sam Elliott, and I fucking love Sam Elliott. So I was watching Camel Spiders, which was so awful, but it had C. Howell Thomas in it as the sheriff. And I was like, look at you, still acting. Yeah, I was just happy to see him. He died badly, but I just kind of laughed at it. I even liked him in Steel Dawn. And if you ever saw the sword in Steel Dawn, you would just laugh your ass off. He was like, the way to be a warrior is through meditation. Like, no, I'm pretty sure it's through fighting, bro. Fight people. I also liked him in Fatherhood. He was more like a con artist, but like it's Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, nobody says Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Notice that.
Well, I was close enough with Steel fucking Dawn.
Yeah.
Hubby's insisting Red Dawn, but he's dumb right now.
I don't know. Shout Wolverine, see what kind of response you get.
Wolverines! Do you remember him and Donnie Darko?
I do not.
What about Black Dog? Letters from a Killer?
Never saw that.
He's the bad guy. Did you ever watch that the TV show he's on, The Beast?
No.
Yeah, he was Michael Chiklis, who was the commish.
Mm-hmm.
Went on to be in a show called The Shield
Yeah.
on FX, and it's probably one of the grittiest movies on cable. Like
I've heard The Shield is good. I've never watched but I've heard it's very good.
Great. And like he was such a lovable, corrupt. Nah, he wasn't really a shitbag, but he killed a cop. He was corrupt, but he wasn't corrupt ethically as much as he was morally. It just he was doing what he was doing for his group, and he didn't care about outside the group. And I'm like, oh, you're a cop, dickhead. Loved his kids. One of them was special needs. Just great movie. Anyway, they try to do that with Black Dog, but Swayze wasn't like his charm couldn't overcome his shitbaggery. But I still like it was like 13 episodes before he actually got really sick, which is such a shame because I would love to still see him and stuff while not talking about politics, please.
He wasn't big on politics, was he?
No, but it's ruined so many other actors for me.
True.
Like literally, I won't go to Comic-Cons. I mean, Steven does them all the time, but I won't because don't meet your heroes, boys and girls.
I would go if I got to meet Kurt Russell.
That's different, though. You already know where Kurt Russell stands. He's like, I think you're an idiot if you don't have a gun. Why wouldn't you have a gun? Like, thank you, Kurt Russell.
Well, I'm sure Kurt Russell has plenty of liberal left-leaning views. It's just that he's based. So he and I would get along.
Well, I don't have a problem with liberal views.
I don't either. I have some myself. I have a problem with leftist fucking cockamamie bullshit.
Yeah, progressivism is my issue.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can be classically liberal all you want. That's the other side of the conservative coin. Conservatives want to maintain the good. Liberals want to improve on the good. Progressives want to burn it all down and start something new that they control. It's completely different.
Well, and we didn't even get to talk about the doctor on doctor battle in the Senate there.
Oh yeah, like at some point, like, hey, you know he's a doctor too, right?
Well, that's what gills me too. Is that every article you read about it says Rand Paul interviews doctor blah blah whatever the fucking freakazoid's name is. I'm like, you need to be putting doctor in front of Rand. Yeah, I mean,
Dr.
he's an eye doctor, but he's still a doctor. He went to medical
He's
school.
an eye doctor. He's not an ophthalmologist. Calm down.
No, he's an ophthalmologist. He's still a doctor.
Yeah, he went to medical school.
Exactly. That's being a little bit hard on Cocaine Mitch, Margie. I mean, I don't like the Battle Turtle either, but he's not quite the freakazoid that thing is.
Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
Turtle.
Who is your daddy? I saw that movie once. I could still quote stupid shit from it.
God love Dana Carvey.
Ah, someone has to.
Well, life imitates art. I mean, Christy Blasey Ford looked exactly like Garth, so.
I was like, whoa. intrinsic in the Abdullah Oblongata is my fear. How come she got no backlash for being such a piece of shit?
Because she was almost successful?
No, okay. Even that, it's arguable whether anything she said actually happened with Brett Kavanaugh. However, believing everything she said was truthful with the mistake of who she's claiming the person was, because that can happen. This is a party chick who drank beers in high school and attended multiple parties with a fixed group of people who gang raped girls. And she faces no backlash for being somebody at that party who said nothing.
There is a very little reported but bizarrely factual point to the Christy Blasey Ford scenario that she was prepping this story in 2012 when they thought that Obama or Romney was going to nominate him. The shit in 2018.
I remember covering that, and it was right around the time that she happened to get like a really nice addition on her house.
Yep. So this was in the works. This was a pre-planned hit job from a very long time prior to when it actually landed.
Not by the powers that be, because as far as I'm concerned, Brett Kavanaugh hasn't done shit that I agree with.
No, he's just not liberal enough for them. That's his crime. When it push comes to shove and they actually start hearing real cases again, he will probably vote a much more originalist position than they can tolerate.
I saw someone say, like, well, the Constitution was intended to be changed or completely redone every 19 years. I'm like, no, that was an idea. But if you want to go with just ideas that were prepped but not utilized, I can own tanks.
You can own tanks.
With armaments.
Well, you can own the armament and you can own a tank. You're just not supposed to put them together.
John Mulaney was saying, like, it's pretty weird how the Constitution was founded, right? And first, it was you can say whatever you want. Second is you get guns. Third is you can't put soldiers in my house. Like, I'm sorry, what do those have to do with each other? Did your wife sleep with a soldier? Like, yeah, that's exactly it. That's it. Never mind the limited food supplies that were available at the time in the 1700s.
Oh, it goes beyond that. It's basically a prevention to have what's happening in China, where they put a commissar in your house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you might be a dissident, so we're going to put a party member in your house that you get to pay for, put up at your expense, and we'll snitch on you.
So, like, you have no genuine idea of what it took to make the Constitution. First off, it's the first of its kind. Everything else says the government controls every aspect of your life, starting here and ending here. Ours says, this is what the government can't do to you. Everything. They can't shut you up. They have to see you if you have an issue. They can't hinder your religious beliefs. They can't take away the ability to defend yourself. They can't put anybody in your house to make sure that you're doing things properly. They can't go through your house to make sure that you don't have things that you're not supposed to have. If they do accuse you of something, you will quickly be brought before somebody and not made to suffer for a long time in a prison. Those are all great. Also, we listed 9 things. If there's any other things Those aren't the federal government's responsibility either. They'll be left up to the state or city to decide. And then somehow we got a commerce clause in the Constitution that allows for gay marriage. That's fucking ridiculous.
I don't understand why the government's involved in marriage at all, but I'm not I'm not opposed to gay marriage. I really don't care. If
I'm
rights
opposed
are
to the
gonna
way
be
gay marriage
equal,
came about.
yeah, I mean, I just, I mean, I don't know. It just now that they've got it, then they had to go on to more degenerate nonsense. So slippery slope is actually a real thing. But I'm all for equality.
Speaking of equality, right?
Well, yeah, for
Government shouldn't
equality.
be involved with marriage at all. But speaking of, so Facebook put down a new layer of rules, and for some reason it affected, because I'm a big member of the horror community. I'm big in general and a member, so I'm a big member. I have a large penis. Is what I'm saying. No, it's somehow in the distribution of the statement, no talk of serial killers is part of their new guideline. So you cannot post pictures, you can't post memes, you can't talk about them. I don't know why, but that's part of the new group. And they're pissed. And I'm like, hey, at least we got the bigots, the racists, and the Nazis out first. Am I right? Natural progression. You people like something that is not generally accepted by society, and you cheered for society when the things you didn't like were being knocked down. Now you're suffering at that same hand. Enjoy it. This is why you don't censor anything, because everything will get censored, because people out there are sensitive. So put that in your pipe and fuck off. But hey, we got the Nazis first. No, we got the bigots. No, the racists are gone. And then there was no one left to defend you when they came for you. There's a reason Black Thomas Sowell was defending the racist right to be racist. Because he has looked up the past.
There's that, and I watched, of all things, an Owen Jones video where he interviewed the guy who plays Jonathan Pye. And Pye straight out of the gate says, hey, yeah, I want, it's not that I like the speech. It's not that I agree with the speech, but they have to be able to say it so we can identify them for who they are. If you push it underground, it just gets worse. Let them identify themselves. Let the people you hate proudly proclaim their nonsense, no matter what it is, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, so that you can identify and choose to associate with them or not. Or counter-argument against them. Shutting them down only makes it go underground, and out of sight is not out of mind.
What are chismos?
Chomos. Child molesters.
Oh, fuck that noise. I will celebrate child molesters with a party at my abandoned home that is prone to fires.
Wood chippers.
all you chomos are invited.
They're actively already starting that fight. And they keep getting smacked down because rational people find them disgusting. But there's what? They've tried to euphemize the speech of child molesters, turning them into minor attracted people.
I don't want to euphemize. I want to euthanize.
Yes.
A slight but important detail there.
That's semantics.
No, stop doing shit to my kids. Okay? Oh, Jesus. They really won't let you type pedo. See, that kind of stuff. Like, Oh shit! I meant to type in the chat. Let's see if you can put in.
Pedo.
Huh.
Yeah. It's my channel
I
though,
put in
so
Dahmer.
that might just be a me thing. So you give it a try. Dahmer. That goes a little bit beyond.
Well, I was just talking about serial killers. I didn't want to try something like as easy as Bundy. We were talking about Al Bundy earlier.
Well, and I don't know. Facebook is doing this thing now where I actually agree with them.
Margie says that's because it's on the list.
Oof. Facebook's doing this thing now where they're not letting Australia news corporations be put up on Facebook or, posted about on Facebook because Australia wrote a law that says that they have to pay them if they're advertising their thing, which is giving them revenue. But I agree with Facebook on the principle, but the thing that scares me about it is this is precedent for Facebook to censor news. So it doesn't matter where it's coming from or the reason that you cannot communicate newsworthy items. You can't talk about news stories on Facebook based on where they come from or what the subject matter is fucking terrifying.
I'm missing a word.
Shit, piss, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits.
No.
Well, those are the 7 words.
Piss is stupid to begin with.
But it was on the list at the time.
You can't pose a bitch either. What sort of list are you on?
Wow, Maynard, they got your number. That might be true too. Facebook could have an algorithm that knows who is prone to putting shit like that up.
My brother called his girlfriend a puta, and she didn't know what it was, and he convinced her that it meant his heart. I'm like, that's heart's corazon. I don't think punta means heart. And so he got away with calling her like puta for like 2 years. Steven just said swearing in Mexican still works. Maynard's about to extend his vocabulary.
Yeah. Maynard becomes bilingual here and now.
Stick to brown languages. I'm sure German is going to get pretty quickly. That's already called French. So I saw a short video on YouTube about a French girl who's like, Papa, can you have me a croissant? And her dad, he was cooking. He's a French guy. He's like, Petit croissant? Yeah, croissant. He's like, and he's looking at her, and he's visibly getting pissed. And then he just goes off in French, and she runs away. I was like, that's someone knows their dad's. Yeah, that's gonna piss him off. But my little brother tried to correct it when I was saying crescent. Like, these aren't croissants; they're crescent rolls. It's different. like I don't say croissant, but this is crescent. It's a completely different word, you idiot. más.
I really can't even picture a German with a southern drawl, honestly.
I was watching a TikTok with a Southern girl who was trying to teach French, and I'm like, no, I don't want that accent on my French, thank you.
Well, I mean that's Swampy's forte, really. I mean that's Creole. Bunch of French Canadians can move down to Louisiana and set up shop.
My grandma was French Canadian. Somehow that's its own race.
Yeah, gutter French. And the French eat snails, for God's sake. So, I mean, what does that say about the goddamn French Canadians? Probably eat them with maple syrup.
I tried frog's legs, and fishy chicken is not something I want to be a part of ever again.
Agreed. Yeah,
However,
just to say I did.
Properly marinated alligator is chicken steak, and it's delicious.
Alligator gumbo is pretty good.
Yeah, like with a proper marinade to get rid of that fishiness. It is just it's a melt in your mouth steak that tastes like chicken. So the chicken seasoning makes it delicious.
Oh, since we're in Lent now, seeing as Tuesday, last Tuesday was Fat Tuesday. We're in Lent. Found out some interesting culinary tips and tricks for Lent. Apparently, beaver is a fish, and you can eat it during Lent and on fast days.
First off, I thought you said inland originally, and I'm like, when wasn't Arizona inland?
Oh no, we're all inland. It's all beach here.
I was like, what wasn't? How are you now inland? Like,
Lent.
yeah, I got you after like in context. I figured it out. No,
Stephen, escargot is nothing but snail scampi.
Oh, when did Lent start?
Last Tuesday. Well, technically Wednesday.
Hell yeah, I had grilled cheese Friday. I'm still good. All right, gonna go to heaven this year.
Sweet.
This Friday, gonna have garlic bread.
And since I did the research, you can have beaver on Fridays.
Yeah, I'm not having beaver ever. Yeah, I'm sure they have a taste. It's just we can't taste the flavor of chicken or whatever. So it's almost always tolerable, if not good.
You put enough butter and herbs in something, almost anything's edible.
Well, I'm saying like chicken, frog, alligator. Like it's not a well, I mean frog's not good, but those things that don't taste like anything, you can make. Like it's not going to take away from the flavor if you add flavor to it.
Right. Well,
quit adding salt to
frog
chicken.
Doesn't have a whole lot of meat, so it's hard to cook.
Mm-hmm. Might as well say butter. Butter does taste good though, so
Agreed.
not gonna not defend that statement.
But the question really is butter cheese?
Fuck, I hate those. Hot dogs, a burger, raviolis. There. Wait, no, what was it?
A hot dog's a sandwich?
No, it's raviolis. There. Pop Tarts are ravioli. That's what it was. The sea is soup.
So's your jacuzzi. Doesn't mean you want to drink it.
No, there's actually the distinction between sea and jacuzzi. Like, all the ingredients you put in soup are in the sea. Not all the ingredients you put in jacuzzi are in soup. You know, throw in a couple of vegetables.
If you drink the water,
Battleship.
Does that make you a cannibal?
Oh, you're drinking houses, fish houses. You're selfish.
Mutton can have flavor if it's cooked right.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And
I've
rabbit's a bit gamey.
It is gamey. I've only had Haas and Pfeffer once, and I don't seek it out, so I probably will never have it again.
Squirrel is more pain than it's worth.
Oh, much like a frog. Yeah, there's not enough meat on it to bother.
Well, their hair, it gets everywhere. I tried to skin one a couple years ago, and I was like, "This fucking hair is everywhere."
Probably better.
And it attaches. Like you can't wash it off a fucking piece of meat.
Well, no, you just boil it.
It still doesn't go any. It still stays on it. It's ridiculous.
I've never had possum, so can't really say on that.
I've had armadillo. I've had bear. I've had tiger. I've had boa.
I've had
it was game night at a bar my dad used to attend. I was young, so don't really particularly remember the flavors. I just remember what I was eating.
I'd give bear a try.
Never had most sheep.
You've never had mutton?
Like I might have had only mutton.
Have you ever had lamb?
No. I've never even had pheasant.
I don't know that I've had pheasant yet either.
Hmm.
I might have. Don't ever recall being served pheasant as pheasant, but that doesn't mean I haven't had it.
Yeah, okay. There's some of that probably. I might have tried something I didn't, but it's mostly like the regular standard meats, not no apocalypse meats, no dog, no cat. Had duck. Duck was probably the most disappointing meat I've had.
It's greasy, gamey chicken.
Yeah. Like, at least bear and, by the way, all predators are not good eating. Bear, tiger were not good, but they were not nearly as disappointing as duck. Probably because I had to order it in advance. It was duck under glass, and it needs an hour before you can eat it. So it's like, I'm gonna have some duck. Have you ever tried human? I've eaten a couple humans, and they've been really pleased with the results. Well, apparently me and Maynard are going to fight after this about duck.
Okay.
Yeah, no pheasant, no quail.
You have to choose between one of the two. Duck or rabbit?
I would pick rabbit. Rabbit's decent. Rabbit open an open fire? Awesome. Rabbit over an open fire and you're hungry? Probably the best. But if you're hungry, saltine tastes like a Ritz, so I'm not going much there. Margie, 2 for 0, backing me up. That's why I follow her on Instagram, y'all. Get on it.
Yeah, I don't.
She doesn't post yet, but
Don't do the
that doesn't
Zuck.
matter.
I don't think duck is awful, but it's not my go-to. I wouldn't choose it given a choice. I mean, it's okay. It's like I said, it's greasy, gamey chicken.
It's like, I love greasy and gamey. All right, well, you're special. No, I don't know what kind of bear it was. I think it's the muscle in predators, because they're more active than prey. I just don't care for it. However, long pig is not something I'm particularly interested in. Although I did get Lauren Chen to answer me once on the in a Q&A. I'm like, if you were held hostage and you had to eat a body part to be set free, what would you pick? And would it be different for your significant other? You'd eat their body part. Fuck it, she picked an arm. Like really, a whole arm? I said a body part. It could have been a finger, woman. Yeah. What are you overachieving?
I will eat the pinky toe.
Yeah. Eat my pinky toe quick.
I have elk in the fridge. Well, it's in the freezer.
Nice.
I highly recommend giving that a shot because that's pretty darn tasty.
My favorite deer is like deer taco. So I do a lot of deer hunting.
I don't like the way I feel after I eat too much pork, so I eat it very sparingly, but I'm not opposed.
Yeah. I'm looking to try skirt steak. That's not something I've had in my
I'll give you a
repertoire.
I have a carnitas recipe that calls for pork shoulder, but it can be made with flank steak, and it is delicious.
Well, I eat pork. I eat Boston butt all the time.
But yeah, I didn't have a butt at the time and had all the ingredients for the carnitas, and I'm like, well, flank steak was on sale, so I picked up 2 of those, tossed those in instead, and it came out delicious.
I can't find flank steak at my local store. I'm gonna try Kroger.
That's where I get it, is at the Kroger. But I mean, I live in a highly Mexicanated area, so flank steak is a regular cut around here.
Did I mention Mountain of Tennessee? Not so much the Mexicans. Maybe some Incans, maybe some Aztecs, but no fucking Mexicans. All right, apparently I'm the only one who hasn't eaten freaking flank steak. Wonderful. All right, gonna try it.
Yeah, it's a lean cut, but you cook it low and slow, and it comes out real good. So I should do a brisket again soon, I think.
I live alone. I can't buy that much meat. Yeah, give me 9 pounds of something expensive.
Well, I mean, even if you buy a small brisket, you got to cut off a couple of pounds of fat before you can even cook it. I mean, you could cook it with all the fat and get a lot of flavor, but you're just going to have a big puddle of fat.
You're singing my tune, bro. Brazilian steakhouses are great. Yeah, I found very few marinades, I guess, that I didn't enjoy on the. I did have lamb at the Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah, lamb's pretty common. I don't seek it out because I don't believe in eating anybody's baby, so I don't do veal and I don't do lamb, but I will do mutton because it's a 3-year-old or older sheep. So
Oh. There was like 3 different meats. I couldn't really tell what they were because of the seasoning, and when I got the menu, it was lamb.
yeah, lamb is tasty. I'm not going to deny it. I just don't like to eat children. So
Yeah.
veal is also delicious, but that is not in my wheelhouse any longer. Nor is suckling pig.
Yeah. Never had a mountain oyster, although I've claimed mountain oysters.
I have had Rocky Mountain oysters. And I had them to say that I had them, and will never order them again.
Buy cows cheap at auction, butcher, and give half away. Keep half in the freezer. That's a big goddamn freezer.
It is a big goddamn freezer. Even butchered, that's a big goddamn freezer.
Like a deer takes up my entire freezer. And mine's like, I think it's 13 square feet. My deep freezer.
Are you leaving the legs whole or something?
No.
Okay. No, lamb literally is baby sheep. It is 1 year and younger is classified as lamb. There's another term that I don't know of that covers from 1 year to 2 years and all the way up to 3 years, and anything older than 3 years is mutton. I looked it up yesterday. Seriously, I looked it up yesterday.
I had a lamb chop at the Brazilian steakhouse. I didn't know it's baby lamb.
That is baby lamb, or baby sheep.
Oh, that's a bit of a bummer. I'm gonna have to pick up something from 4 years ago. Yeah, but you probably have real deep freezers, like for a family. I got like a loner deep freezer. It's like the size of a dishwasher. My parents' deep freezer was like the size of a washer, dryer, and tub.
Yep, here it is. Oxford English Dictionary defines lamb as a young sheep or meat from a young sheep, while mutton is defined as meat from a fully grown sheep. Meat from a sheep between the ages of 1 month and 1 year is served as lamb, while sheep older than 1 year are served as mutton. There's actually another differentiation that I cannot find. A hogget. A hogget is a 2-year-old sheep, but good luck finding that. But yeah, lamb literally is baby sheep.
Garlic baby beef? What the fuck, Steven?
So I'm not opposed to mutton or goat, but I will not eat lamb.
I like shawarmas, and goat's a pretty common shawarma ingredient.
Yep.
So I have had goat.
Yeah, anything up to a year old, Maynard, is lamb. And then for the 2-year-old sheep, 1 year to 2 years, it's a hogget, which nobody really goes by that anymore. So that could be either lamb or mutton. But anything over 3 is mutton. So
Yeah, I could see splitting the difference, calling it 2 and under lamb, 2 and above mutton.
Yeah, I could see that. But just to be on the safe side, I won't buy anything labeled as lamb because give the kids a fighting chance, and they're literally kids. So
Yeah, I'm with you there. Wholeheartedly agree with that. What'll make some bad decisions for you, eat them.
That being said, if I'm served lamb at like a function or a banquet or whatever, I will choose something else if something else is optional. But I'm not going to be rude and say I'm not eating this because it's a baby. I'll eat whatever's served. I'm not going to get pedantic about it or self-righteous. It's personal choice.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yeah. So my wife was going through things she's supposed to eat and not supposed to eat based on her blood type, and we found out that kangaroo is right out.
Oh no!
So there goes Easter.
Yeah. I ate meatballs at IKEA once. So I'm pretty sure I've had horse.
But damn if it isn't tasty.
Horse is actually, I've had horse, and horse is actually delicious. Which gave me a whole disappointment of the old predators or fast twitch muscles or some shit. And it's like, no, fucking horse is delicious.
Well, the whole reason horse isn't a common meat is because they are notoriously expensive to raise. So it just doesn't become an equitable proposition for ranching or farming.
All right, we've done 2 hours. We got anything else? We could keep talking about food. I once had a carrot.
You vegetable murderer.
So I can I
Oh,
can see
another interesting food factoid. Tomatoes.
fruit.
Or vegetable.
Fruit.
Legally, they are vegetables.
Well, yeah, because you definitely don't want it in a fucking fruit salad.
Well, the thing
But
is,
no.
yeah, technically,
Ketchup is a
you're
jam.
right. They are by definition horticulturally a fruit, but legally, by decree of the Supreme Court of the United States of America, they are a vegetable.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that fucking definition. What do you guys think of fake beef? Never had it, and I would try it.
I have had the Impossible Burger. Do not care for them. I have had Boca Burgers. I do not care for them. However,
I'm pretty sure
Smash
I've had
Burger has a black bean patty that they don't say is fake meat. They say it's a black bean patty. And as far as a meat substitute, they're not trying to fake the funk. They're not trying to pretend it's meat. It's actually pretty good for what it is.
Okay, what do you mean by fake meat? Are you talking about synthetic beef, or are you talking about beef substitute? Because I would try the fake beef, and I'll try. Like I'm not gonna eat a freaking. Well, I will eat chickpeas. Chickpeas are delicious, but I'm not gonna do like a chickpea patty and pretend it's meat, like the black bean.
Margie, do you really want me to go into that? Because all I really have is the Cliff Notes version, but I can go into that. It's a tax thing.
Yeah, it's probably right up there with why you can't use hemp for most things.
Yeah, it's literally because of imports and taxes that the Supreme Court had to hear a case to decide whether a tomato is a fruit or a vegetable.
What fake beef MRE? Because I might have had that. Because shit on a shingle is something I've eaten repeatedly. Yeah, I would try substitute beef for the taste. I'm pretty sure I've had the Impossible Whopper unintentionally. Like I've had a Whopper that was like, this tastes off. This tastes so off. So I'm pretty sure it was a Whopper, like with the Impossible meat instead.
Yeah, no matter how much vegans and vegetarians want to church that shit up, it ain't right.
If they, no, I can't believe that. No, like I'm not gonna buy it at any rate. Like I'll try it if somebody's offering, but I've done tofu, in like Asian cuisine. But
for what they are, Boca Burgers, which are vegetarian burger supposedly, they're not terrible. So you can go buy like a 4-pack of Boca Burgers at Kroger and give them a try if you really want. They're okay. They're just the problem is they're like, oh, it's just as good as beef. That is a fucking lie. It's just a goddamn lie falling out of their dirty whore mouths. But it's not terrible.
I told someone to shut their dirty whore mouth, and they were like, "Why are you saying that?" And I'm like, "I think you were talking shit about Firefly or something. I don't remember. It was a thing to say. I don't actually believe you're a whore, sir. You're not attractive enough."
Nobody would pay you for sex.
Calm down. It's just a statement of funniness. No, it's stinky tofu. I've had what did I have? I had a rice sausage. That was fucking disappointing. The worst part is the rice sausage was cooked next to real sausage, so it had like the tiniest bit of sausage flavor, and those sausages would have been damn good. But I got a fucking bean curd fucking nonsense rice sausage. There's a girl I watch. Her name's Heidi Hoback. Cute,
nice,
cute redhead. She does YouTube adventuring, and she does a lot of fishing and like occasional travel. And she eats the fish she catches, and she butchers them herself. And she was gonna do some like ethically sourced tofu-y nonsense. And so she tried a video on meal prep, and she made a bunch of
sourced tofu.
Yeah, that's me saying shit.
Okay,
she wanted to be more ethical about her food choices. Well, one word, Hoback. It's her last name, Hoback. So she made tofu, and she made this meat substitute, like a pound of ground beef fakeness. So she fried it up, and she was tasting it. She ended up tossing it, but it was so fucking funny. She's like, "Is it done?" And I'm like, "Is it gonna turn a color?" Like, it's still pink. And so she's like the video, and it's like it's time lapse. There's an actual clock in the background, and like she's cooked like all the tofu. She cooked the chickpeas. And then, like, it's still on the fucking burner. She's like, "I guess this is done. I'm gonna try it." She took a bite. She's like, "Nope, not gonna add this to my meal prep." And she literally dumped it right in the trash. I'm like, yeah, good luck with that, sweetie. I think you're cute, but good God, that was a mistake. But like, I'm totally simping for her in like the shittiest way possible, and I'm like, you bought a terrible house. It was your grandparents' house that their parents built. All the electricity is external. There was no running water. Like this was a series of bad decisions for memorabilia's sake on your part. The guys who are watching this love you, are older, and maybe you should have a P.O. box so they can send you things they think you need. Like, it's just that simple. These guys want to help you. Your stupid lure company made thousands of dollars on your shitty lures. This is, let them help you as a way to contribute to your success. It's different than giving you money. Like, you don't have a Patreon, you don't have an OnlyFans, but open a P.O. box so that they can send you fucking quality, like extendable power outlets. There's gonna be people who have things that you will like that they were going to put in their garage sale that they will happily send you instead. Just do it. Don't be stupid about it. Like, you're not out there begging for stuff. Anything you sell, you've put effort into. Like, you're not a prostitute. Although half the time you're in a bikini. But half the time her mom's in a bikini, and her mom shouldn't be in a bikini.
Yeah, well, tits sell.
But she's thinking about it. I'm like, just do it. She had a fire from one of her shitty extension cords and a space heater, and burn up her mattress. And I'm like, well, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that sounds life-threatening.
Yeah. She's like, just thank God that no one was hurt. Margie says, I'll send you a variety of stuff. Yeah, you might get a couple more glossy dick pictures than you would appreciate. But a space heater that someone's not going to use anymore is going to be pretty decent to have. And if you don't like it, you can always pitch the things you don't get.
And burn the dick.
It's not like we're asking for unravelings or unboxings.
Yeah. Just burn the dick pics for warmth.
Yeah. Use it as a fire starter.
And if they're Polaroids, there's probably recoverable chemicals in them.
Yeah, it's just, just open yourself up to the possibility there, and like, they might send you money. I don't know. You can send you stuff. But they're not particularly creepy. They're mostly a supportive group of people who want to see this girl having fun doing her stuff. She's cute. Like, there's no denying that she's cute. But like, she had a dog named Ollie, and she got it when she was a baby, and then she like died when she was like 15, 16, and then she bought a Australian Shepherd, and she named it Elo, which is just Ollie backwards. And I'm like, yeah, you're not fucking creative with this name and stuff, but you're cute.
Capitalize on it while you can.
Yeah, exactly. Do it. Capitalize. I'm not saying start an OnlyFans, but these people want to help you out. Like, there's people I agree with that I help out. This isn't any form of prostitution or unwillingness. Now, if you had a freaking Patreon, I can't stand these people with Patreons. Like a Twitch user with Patreon, or not Twitch, TikTok. One of these girls with the Amazon, not an Amazon affiliate, which is like mildly helpful, like if you're one of those cookers, like you're a chef, and they're like, dude, where did you get that? Do you know who Chef John is from Food Wishes?
Mm-mm.
He has the coolest fucking silverware. Like, his steak knife is awesome looking. And I'm like, that's probably expensive, but I want to own that. Well, he could put it in a Amazon affiliate link that if you click on it, it'll go directly to the goddamn silverware you want. And it's no more expensive than the silverware normally is, but he gets a cut of the profits while you're using that particular Amazon link. That's something I'm for. But unless you're offering like behind the scenes content or
That's
titty
like
pictures,
direct advertising is all that is.
yeah, like I get that, good for you. But of course, there's people I give money to for their content, like Matt or Blonde's gone off the rails. She's not getting any kind of support. But I sent Sinatra Says he was doing unboxing, and I printed out pictures of him with targets on them.
While I'm thinking about it, Matt lost his Streamlabs. Sargon lost his Streamlabs. Who else lost his Streamlabs?
You?
No. Well, I don't have Streamlabs, but I mean, there was like 4 or 5 people that all lost their Streamlabs last week or the week before or whenever. You know who didn't lose their Streamlabs?
Roush. Roche, whatever his name is.
Well, probably. I don't know. But of all
Some
people,
dickhead.
Razor Fist didn't lose his Streamlabs.
Yeah.
And I think
He's
that's
not bad.
odd. I really think that's odd. How do you get Matt and Sargon, but you don't get Razor Fist?
Well, Matt's coming from a conservative angle. Sargon's coming from a liberal angle. And Razor Fist kind of wants to see it all burn.
No, Razor Fist is a hardcore conservative.
Yeah, but he still wants to see it burn. That's not conservation. Yeah. He wants to see some fire. Quit defending your Arizona neighbor.
I'm not defending
No.
him. I thought of all people that were going to lose, that relied on and heavily utilized Streamlabs, that would get it taken away, he would have been a number one.
I didn't know he utilized Streamlabs.
Yeah, especially for his gaming streams.
Well, that makes sense. I don't watch the gaming streams. Sinatra put out a video, I think yesterday, or it might have been today, that was already copyright struck by the time I got to it. Like, I woke up and it was gone.
Was it the one on the Young Turks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was DYT.
Yeah, I watched that this morning.
Oh, I missed it.
What's funny is that he was actually agreeing with what they were saying. That's what was amazing about it. They're like, oh, he's like, yeah, look, Young Turks finally got it. Oh, look at this. I can't believe
There was like
I
a
agreed
month.
with them.
He got a copyright strike, and he was like arguing the fair use aspect. And he, so like for a month, he would like pause a video every 10 seconds and be like, this is commentary. He eventually stopped doing that. Had to laugh at the thing with Razor's girlfriend deleting his channel and socials the other day. He played that off well. What happened?
His channel disappeared for a short while, and I think his Twitter got annihilated, and they're blaming Eve for that. I don't know if she did or not. Apparently there was some clip of them arguing and having a heated argument, like couples fucking do from time to time. I mean, as far as I know, they're still together and still fine. But yeah, they were blaming her for nuking his shit when I don't think that was the case, but I never got a straight answer out of it. All I know is that his streaming schedule was never upset, and I don't know what happened to his Twitter, but I don't know if it's back or not. He might have just nuked his own Twitter for all I know. Who knows?
For funsies. Everyone else is getting taken down. I'm going to take myself down. Screw you guys.
I don't think he's that edgy, but who knows? I don't know. I don't care. Honestly, it that's the level of drama that I just don't give a shit about with the people I watch.
I'm somebody who needs to waste time, so I got a TikTok to waste time since it's now an American product that doesn't have Chinese spyware.
Sure.
Allegedly. And
Allegedly.
oh my god, they are the most pompous, without knowledge idiots that I could imagine. So I'm thinking about starting a TikTok channel that does nothing like what they just follow trend after trend after trend, and 80% of the things I've seen are not even their own initial thoughts or anything. It's just them voice slipping to somebody else doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to start a channel because you get 1 minute, and I'm just going to like read or create my own synopsis of my favorite sci-fi movies. Like a 1 minute synopsis of sci-fi movies. It would be like sci-fi with J Fry or some shit.
Yeah, there you go. That's kind of catchy.
Uh, and just bore the shit out of people. Because they literally like, hey, you, non-content creator who watches whole videos, thank you. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I want to be a content creator and shit all over you with my 6 subs.
How many were you up to, by the way? That's a good question.
Probably
It was up to like
72 still
79.
from 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's like 70 something, I'm sure. Let's see. My channel. 73.
I think number one's going to be, oh, nice. I think I'm going to start with Life Force and go from there. TikTok face reveal? I do face reveals all the time. Okay, yeah, TikTok face reveal. Apparently that'll be a thing. Look up some derivation of sci-fi with J Fry or SYFY. Might be Fry Guy. I don't know, Fry Guy, J Fry, one or the other. I can't decide yet. I'll probably do J Fry.
So, this guy on Twitter posts, can you name a movie you like from Tom Hanks that is not The Man with the One Red Shoe? So, take a wild guess at what I put up.
I liked Big.
Yeah, Big was good. But I put
Forrest Gump.
I put Joe versus the Volcano.
Of course you did. Joe versus the Volcano.
So he comes back, never heard of it. I'm like, okay.
Oh, Jesus. Really? Just people from a state of ignorance. Like I don't know shit about a lot of stuff. Anything having to do with heating and cooling, art is beyond me. Anything like that. There's just so many things I don't know about, so I don't talk about. Most aspects of movie making, yeah, I've got a fair understanding of. Everything to do with theater is in my wheelhouse. Music, not so much, so I don't talk about music too much. But if you don't have a solid grasp on the subject you're going to talk about, don't fucking talk about it. That's ignorant. Money Pit, yeah. I loved You've Got Mail. I think it's one of his most charming roles. Dragnet.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, I mean he was Smith. He wasn't Friday, but
still, good movie. Underrated movie.
Yeah. For some reason, I started talking about Dragnet, and I just got Car 54. Where are you? Like out of nowhere in my head. like because those are the same thing. Like no, they're very, very different. I mean, it wasn't a huge budget for You've Got Mail, but yeah, I loved Forrest Gump. Like, good actor, don't care for his politics. Screw you and your George Carlin joke about clubs. You're not getting into this one, so we're better than you. Also, didn't you have a mod on your last incarnation?
He asked me to take it away, so I did.
Oh, good. Suffer in silence. While we're at it, here's a timeout for your trouble.
Yeah, he did ask, so.
I didn't actually time out. I did remove the comment, though. Pretty much everybody can read it, though, so we're good. They just had to click on it to view the delete message. Let's go back in Tom Hanks. Let's see. He's got. I didn't particularly care for Castaway. But yeah, Big was great. He did one with The Terminal. Was it The Terminal or something about it?
Yeah, that was the Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio.
No. He was like a foreigner in an airport.
Oh yeah, where he got stuck in the and yeah, I don't remember what that one was called.
I think it was called Terminal. But Bosom Buddies?
Yeah, it was a TV show, but yeah, that was good.
Maze and Monsters was pure propaganda against Dungeons and Dragons. Splash.
Yeah.
Bachelor Party. Yeah, Money Pit. Nothing in Common. Apparently he worked with Jackie Gleason a bunch. Dragnauts. Big Punch. The Burbs. Turner and Hooch. Turner and the Hooch was great. Joe versus the Volcano. I do not remember Bonfire of the Vanities or Radio Flyer. Oh, loved him in League of Their Own. There's no crying in baseball.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, he played a gay. It's got a 7.7 on here. Apollo 13, didn't watch. That Thing You Do. Saving Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan, yeah. You've Got Mail, Toy Story, Green Mile, Road to Perdition, Catch Me If You Can. Yep, it's called The Terminal. Polar Express was creepy as fuck. The Da Vinci Code, yeah. Angels and Demons was also real good. I didn't care for the other one, though.
Third one?
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it. Didn't see Crowd Atlas. Didn't see Captain Phillips. Didn't say Saving Mr. Banks. Apparently, he played Tom in the Carly Rae Jepsen I Really Like You video.
Well, and do you count the Toy Story movies?
Yeah. I already bashed on Polar Express.
Oh, it's just weird.
Didn't watch Cell Inferno. That was the one. The Circle is in my list to watch because it's got Emma Watson in it. And he plays like a Steve Jobs-esque character mixed with the creepiness of Mr. Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to watch A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Yeah, I'm torn on that one. I freaking love Mr. Rogers, and
Which is why I'm not going to watch it.
Like Tom Hanks, and if anybody can do Mr. Rogers justice, it's probably Tom Hanks. But what if he doesn't?
Yeah, that's my issue. He pissed so long in that movie. Apollo 13? You know who pissed really long in a movie? Oprah. Little ditty I like to call Roots. Oh.
All right. I got to get the kids to bed, so let's wrap this up.
All right. I have not seen the movie Mr. Banks. Thank you for asking. And we're out of here. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Well, I believe in good vibrations is what creates a beautiful nation. All you need is the will to do right.